normal junior high school in an average American city. Teenagers hanging out, having fun. The boys are talking about sports. The girls are talking about their latest boyfriend. The teachers are dreaming about retirement. But look closer. Look beyond the surface. And what do you see? I'm Jim Young. Today we're going to show you 5 stories that happened in our junior high. Some are real and some are fake. Your challenge is to separate what is true from what is false. To do this, you must enter a world of truth and deception, a world that is beyond belief. Every school has bullies, but this one was the worst our school had ever seen. We could never catch him in the act. His victims were too scared to report him, or he would have been suspended. His favorite target was Kevin.
Where'd you get those clothes, D.I.?
Who are you?
Eugene.
Who was that? I've never seen him before.
His clothes are funny.
What did he say?
Eugene?
Who's Eugene?
Eugene was my grandfather. He died on D-Day in World War II. I have a picture of him.
That's him. It can't be.
Are you ready for a pop quiz? Here's our next story on Beyond Belief. What is the one thing that students fear more than anything else? Their friends laughing at them? The fun run? Mr. Green? No, their greatest fear is test. When the teacher smiles and says with an evil grin,
"Take everything off your desk and get ready for the test."
Okay, students, it's time for a quiz.
It's time for a test.
it's heart attack time. The students stop breathing, their blood pressure goes up, and their self-confidence goes down. Pop quizzes, vocabulary test, final exams, they all have one thing in common: torture. But this wasn't true with a student named Heather. She was relaxed during every test. She was never nervous, and she always made A's.
So, did you study for the test?
Are you kidding? I never study.
What's your secret? Do you cheat?
I don't have to.
You're lucky. I've tried everything. I've even tried studying, but it didn't work.
I never study.
Tell me your secret. I'll buy you all the candy you can eat. I'll do your homework in all your classes. I'll get you a date with my brother. He's the quarterback on the high school football team. That's your secret? You read the textbook?
Don't be a dork. No one ever reads the textbook. I have the special edition. Look on page 13.
Whoever has this textbook will have total recall.
I just read the question on the test and I can see the answer in my mind.
I don't believe it.
I looked up all the students in the front of the book. They all made A's. Remember Bubba, who was dumb as a ditch? This was the only A he ever made in all of junior high.
I wish I had a textbook like that. I'm ready. Bring it on. Where's my next class? Where's my locker? Where's the bathroom?
I've seen a lot of strange things happen in the junior high, but I still can't believe what happened last Wednesday. It started out like a normal day. Mr. Smith forgot his key again, so I had to unlock his door. One of the cafeteria workers was sick, so I had to get a substitute who wanted to try out a new recipe. I broke up a fight in the hallway. I talked to an angry parent who was mad at a teacher because he gave his child an A-. And I caught 2 students sloughing. A normal day for the vice principal. Until lunch.
Mr. Weiler, can you come to the lunchroom right away?
I was so concerned about the mess that I didn't notice the odd behavior of some of the students.
Mr. Weiler, would you go to Mr. Erling's room? There's some kind of a disturbance. Mr. Weiler, would you please come to the media center? Mr. Weiler, would you come to the gym?
Why are only some of the students acting strange? The other students are normal. The students seem to be acting like...
Mr. Weiler, I think I know what's happening.
Really?
All of the students who are acting strangely have one thing in common. They all take Ritalin.
But they've never acted this way before. Until lunch. And we had a new lunch lady today who said she was going to try a new recipe. Somehow the recipe and the Ritalin triggered a traumatic mental regression, and they all have become cavemen.
There have been many famous scientists this century.
Hi, Professor. Oh, Skipper, did you make it? Yeah, I've got it right here. Oh, that's perfect.
One of the reasons that scientists think that moon rocks and Earth rocks are so much alike is that perhaps the Earth was hit by a giant meteorite.
The pink Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane.
At American Fort Junior, we have Mr. Moon.
Have you noticed a lot of our teachers are like the dinosaurs?
Yeah, they're old.
Did you hear what happened to Mr. Lyde?
The students finally drove him crazy. He's at the developmental center right now. All he does is look at grass and play with masking tape.
Did you hear about Mrs. Sparks?
She burned out.
What about the other teachers?
Let's ask them what they're going to do after retirement.
When I retire, I'm getting on my horse Apache and I'm riding for the sunset.
I want to play with my grandchildren. Take them places, do fun things. Just be a grandma.
I'd like to work on my art. I'd like to travel and spend the winters in Mexico.
That's easy. I'm going to spend all the money that I've made while I've been teaching school all these years. And the next day, I'm going to run for President of the United States.
Well, I think the first thing I'd like to do is just relax for a while and do some of the things at home that I never get around to doing.
I'd like to be a full-time grandmother.
After I retire, I'm going to fix up some cars I have. I have a lot of cars in my garage, and I just need to fix them up. Also, I want to go to Europe and live for a year and a half in Freiburg, Germany.
I'd like to do as I darn well please. No alarm clocks, no having to be where I have to be at any certain time. Like to horse show, dog show, travel.
Je vais déménager à Gai Paris et chasser les femmes.
After I retire, I want to do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it and have enough money to do it wherever I want to do it at. And hopefully there won't be any junior high age kids anywhere around.
I love teaching the kids. It's never the same any day in a row. It's good to watch them grow and to learn. I probably won't retire in 5 years like I could. I'll probably be at 10, 12, maybe 15 years because I enjoy what I'm doing.
Our last story begins on the first day of school. Students were excited to be back with their friends and wondering who their new teachers were. There was one teacher they were all afraid of.
Who do you have for geography?
I hear Mr. Maurer is still single. Maybe you could set him up with your mom.
Who do you have for algebra? Moody.
Moody? Too bad. I hear he's the meanest teacher in the school. We better hurry, the bell's about to ring.
Stop right there. Principal's office, now! You, skinhead! Principal's office, now!
All right, let's take the roll. Matt, I hope you took some smart pills this summer. Suzanne, did you bring your jelly pen so you can draw on your hands? Steve, let's see if you can concentrate a little longer than a couple of seconds this year. I know it's a stretch. This is algebra. You're here to learn the mysteries of the unknown. And algebra is a...
Mr. Moody, you have a new student. Just transferred in from Hogwarts.
Name?
Mark Potter.
Potter. Potter. Ah, yes. Is your father's name Norman?
That's my dad.
Well, I hope you're smarter than he is, because this pen is smarter than he is. Potter, what's the formula for point-slope form?
I don't know the answer, sir.
Just what I expected. Let's try again. What is ax plus by equals c?
I don't know, sir.
Your knowledge of algebra is worse than your dad's. Okay, Potter, what's the difference between a sine and a cosine?
I don't know, but I think she does. Ask her.
Sit down. For your information, Potter, sine function, for any angle of rotation u, the sine of u is y divided by r. Take out your notebooks. Why aren't you math illiterates writing this down? Mr. Bright, would you take that gum and put it back in your mouth? In fact, take the gum off the bottom of all the desks and put it in your mouth. All right, class, here's a little take-home test to test your puny little brains. Class dismissed. You know there's no note writing in class. Heather, what's up, girlfriend? This class is so boring. But who cares? Not that I'm listening anyway. Well, guess what? I'm totally in love. Yesterday I told Kenny that he was cute. He didn't think I was serious, but I was. He is so hot. Chantel thinks I hate her. But I just got mad because she was trying to take Kenny away from me. I dream about him every night. Well, want to do something after school? Let's go to the mall and see what we can take without paying. Well, I gotta go. I don't want to get caught. Maria.
Moody has to be the meanest teacher ever.
Shut up! Silence! Silence! Detention! After school today, I got a little chore for you.
You get that spot right there.
Keep your big fat mouths shut.
Get that spot there. Missed it. Come on.
Silence! Silence.
Scrub, guys. Scrub.
Detention! Detention! Silence! Detention! Shut up! Detention!
Where's Professor Moody?
He'll be absent for the rest of the week because of illness.
That's the 3rd month in a row. He always misses the last week of the month.
I wonder if he's really sick. How could a germ live in his body?
We have just enough time for a quiz.
But 7th period on Friday, and the period's almost over.
Is that right? How about a test then? Sit down! I know this is sad news, but I won't be here next week. I hope the principal will get a competent substitute this time. Now get out!
We lucked out on that one.
Why is Professor Moody acting so moody?
I'm gonna sneak in this school tonight and find out. If you do, I'll tell the principal. Quiet. Go away. Girls stink.
How are you going to do it?
What's your plan?
Hey. You shouldn't be here. What are you doing here? I'm gonna tell the principal you broke in. How did you get in? That's none of your business. I've got work to do. You need to go home. I'm going to tell. What happened? What did you do to me? You talk too much. That's more like it. Don't worry, the spell is temporary. It'll only last for a few more minutes. This is more than I can handle. I need to call my cousin. Harry, this is your cousin Mark. I need a spell for... you do? I did a transfiguration spell. What did you change him into? A bug. I see him. Thanks. What am I going to tell my parents? Nothing at all. You won't remember anything.
Now it's time to find out which of our stories are inspired by actual events and which are total fiction. Let's take a look back at the strange story of the bully.
Where'd you get those clothes, D.I.?
Do you think this story really happened? It is based on an actual event that happened in our school 10 years ago. What was your opinion of the special edition?
I'll get you a date with my brother. He's the quarterback on the high school football team. That's your secret? You read the textbook?
Don't be a dork. No one reads the textbook. I have the special edition. Look on page 13. I just read the question on the test and I can see the answer in my mind.
Was this story too far-fetched to be true? According to our research, a similar story took place in the 1980s. The textbook is still somewhere in the school, although no student will admit that they have it. How did you judge the bizarre story of the caveman? Did this one really happen? This story was based on an actual event that happened in our school 5 years ago, but was covered up by the principal. What was your opinion of the dedicated teacher? Fact or fantasy?
I love teaching the kids. It's never the same any day in a row. It's good to watch them grow and to learn. I probably won't retire in 5 years like I could. I'll probably be at 10 or 10, 12, maybe 15 years because I enjoy what I'm doing.
Do you think this one really happened? If you did, we fooled you. It was a complete work of fiction. What did you make of Mark Potter and the Moody Professor?
Silence! Keep your big fat mouths shut. Detention! After school today, I got a little chore for you. You get that spot right there. You get that spot there.
We don't have any teachers like that in our school, do we?
The story entitled Mark Potter and the Moody Professor is true, based upon first-hand research conducted by the Counseling Office, a place that is truly beyond belief.